with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Miral's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
Mickey Mouse! A world of princesses.
A world of villains.
And heroes.
Raise your sabers!
A world of other worlds.
A world of all the favorites. A world of throwbacks. A world of
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
Where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you, the young and the young in heart. You help make this dream come true.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Pray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Pray lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Pray lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good people, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome, 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 and a hello, 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 hello. You, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. Glad to have all you here. You know, tonight we're just gonna have a little fun, y'all. We're gonna have a little fun. I ain't got really too much to, talk about tonight. Of course, as you guys know, I will be off tomorrow on these YouTube streets. But if there is anything that is popping off in the culture that needs to be talked about, or if I find something interesting that I want to talk about, I'll be back on Thursday. But just now I will be off. Friday, of course, 2 new shows will be off. With that said, let's get to this. I saw this article from CBR, and I think it's a very interesting article. It's talking about Disney movies from their revival era. And we're going to go through each one, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and feelings, and we'll see if we agree or disagree. Is Disney more of a busy work company than a productive company? Let's get to it, because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down that iconic intro there. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. Let me get myself adjusted here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Hopefully all is well with each and every single one of you. All right. So here we go. We're going to go to cbr.com for the list. I literally saw this on my Google app. I was like, okay, this could be an interesting live. Let's get to it. It's right here. The 10 best movies of Disney's revival era ranked. Okay, this is from Charlie Boyle. So here we go. Disney's animation studio has gone through different ages and eras, namely the Golden Age, wartime era, the Silver Age, the Bronze Age, the Disney Renaissance, the Experimental era, and the Revival era. With the Revival era being the most recent, it's a perfect time to look back at the films to see which are the best, to see which see which are the best that the revival era gave audiences. So here we go. And while it's somewhat debated, most Disney fans will say the revival era is over. It started with Princess and the Frog in 2009, ended with Frozen 2 in 2019, just before COVID-19 gripped the world. Afterwards, Disney began an era of experimenting with its streaming platform, Disney Plus. Then its films from Walt Disney's Animation Studios, Raya and The Last Dragon, were both released in theaters and on streaming at the same time. This new era has widely gained the moniker of the streaming era to reflect its beginning and how many are starting to skip theaters in favor of Disney Plus. To this end, although some might disagree, this list follows the belief that the revival era is over. So, Ralph Breaks the Internet goes to meta. So for those of you who, don't know about Ralph Breaks the Internet, if you guys know, Wreck-It Ralph, it is a video game, and Ralph doesn't like wrecking things anymore. And so he feels underappreciated, this, that, and third. So he goes off into this big gaming world, and Vanellope von Schweetz is a character in Sugar Rush. And then there's King Candy. Child, it's a great movie. Let's get into this one. So this one is Ralph Breaks the Internet. So as you can see here, Ralph has broken into the world of the internet. Okay. By the way, that is the Daily Beast. They just called it the Daily Rose. That's my media brain going there, right there. And of course, speed limit 150 megabits per second. Here we go. Ralph Breaks the Internet was too meta for its own good. There were many funny parts, like the visualization of what the internet would look like as a city. The addition of the Disney princesses, yes. And so what they did was they had all the Disney princesses in one scene. So every princess every person that's been a princess, that voice was in that scene. That was iconic. I have to tell you, that was really cool. And the nods to the internet culture and lingo, but fun doesn't mean good. This movie tried too hard to be self-reflective in a funny way, and it will age poorly as a result. The core of Ralph Breaks the Internet is meant to be about friendship and how these relationships change over time. This is shown, but they take shortcuts too, ignoring much of the previous movie's plot in order to get what they want. Vanellope's character against her previous morals. Then there's Ralph's character, which completely changed in the first movie, where he was sad but lovable and a good friend who was willing to sacrifice himself. Here, he's annoying, weirdly dimwit, and any previous character development about self-sacrifice was imploded. Now, I will say this: when I watched, Ralph Breaks the Internet, I really didn't think about all that because I was just watching the movie for fun. But when you think about Ralph, right, and him trying to save the gaming world and things like that, he came back a hero. I would feel like, Ralph Breaks the Internet would be, trying to save the world of the internet, right? And the badness of the internet, this, that, and the third, right? And I have to agree. I think sometimes what ends up happening in animation movies, you have to have so many different points of interest to keep the audience engaged that sometimes you miss out on telling a really good story. So I enjoyed it, but I definitely see where this author is going here. All right. Frozen 2 has structural issues. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. You got the Frozen fans pissed already. Here we go. Frozen 2 already faced a hurdle of being a sequel to a mega hit original film. In some ways, it was able to overcome this hurdle. In many ways, it did not. The movie addressed some of the world-building issues rather left behind from Frozen. The expansion of the world was interesting, but unfortunately, by the end, there seemed to be new questions rather than a complete understanding of the world for viewers. Elsa, being the spirit of an element, was visually fun, but overall confusing. Although the plot does falter in terms of structure and the attempt to focus on the romantic relationship between Kristoff and Anna doesn't really work, it can't be denied that the film is gorgeous in terms of animation. It's hard to beat Frozen 2. Some of the musical numbers only highlight how stunning the art is. It just would have been nice if the plot could measure up to the animation. I feel with Frozen 2, right, and the author's absolutely right. When Frozen came out, and we all heard that song of "Let it go, can't hold it back." It was the song of Move out the way. I got it. You wanted to throw a concrete, brick at Elsa's head because you were just because it was that annoying, right? And so I think what they tried to do is they tried to repackage new wine into old wineskins. And I think with Frozen, and myself, Florentin, and Phil have talked about this. Florentin's a Frozen fan, me and Phil are not. And it's not that Disney didn't do a good job. I feel that when you how can I put this? Frozen is the Kevin Hart of Disney. Frozen is the Kevin Hart of Disney. Frozen is the Kevin Hart of Disney. What do I mean by that? Kevin Hart, in everything he does, he always is the same person. He doesn't have any range to him. And I feel like that's the same thing with Frozen. It's like, oh, we can do a Frozen world overseas. We can replace Maelstrom, put Frozen Ever After. We can put Frozen here, Frozen there, Frozen everywhere. And it's just like you're diluting the brand the more you place it everywhere, right? So I fully agree with that. All right. Winnie the Pooh risks very little. I need my honey pot. Like, come on. What we talking about here? Let's get into it here. That is the most iconic baby in all of cartoons. Okay, let's just keep it in a buck. Let's see here. While many Disney fans forgot about Winnie the Pooh movies, lies you tell. Okay, I still remember Winnie the Pooh, and I love them very much. Those who do remember them will know how wonderfully charming and tonally pleasant this 2011 film is. The movie is a near perfect reflection of what A.A. Milne wanted Winnie the Pooh to portray, represent, with the script interacted with the animation itself, the silly but clever humor that each character portrays on full display, more oriented for younger children than the other films on this list. There isn't much at stake in this movie, creating an adventure that feels like more meandering through the 100-acre wood. However, there is a point to the fact that there isn't much at stake in Winnie the Pooh. When there isn't much to risk, there isn't much to gain back, or much incentive to draw viewers. This, combined with a short length of the film, keeps this cute little movie farther down the rankings. So let me say this, right? This is like Grace from Beyond the trailer when she said, I don't like Bowser. He's being too much of a villain. And when she said that the Super Mario Brothers movie wasn't going to make any money. I'm sorry, but Grace is a dumbass. She couldn't even finish a movie review. She walked out of it. So she has no credibility in the film industry to me. Brainley's Virtual Tour Live, Brainley's Virtual Tour Live gets on TV and they're like, hey, can we bring Grace from Beyond the Trailer on? No! I'm not going to have a film reviewer on my show who cannot do her job tell my audience what is good or not in terms of film, in Black culture or otherwise. No. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm bringing up Grace from Beyond the Trailer. I'm relating her to this because I feel like with critics, sometimes they just don't get that a film is just supposed to be a film. It doesn't have to be high stakes, right? And not to mention, too, what high stakes could it be, right? A developer tearing down the 100-acre wood. How many times have we seen that storyline in movies? I think Winnie the Pooh and, Tigger and, Piglet and Roo and her child and Eeyore and Rabbit and Christopher Robin, they are supposed to be these characters that have these silly adventures in the forest that when the world gets heavy, that's where you go. So I will disagree with that. Every movie has to have stakes. Sometimes we can just enjoy something for the good of it. So that's why I think about Winnie the Pooh there. Moana is beautiful, but age has faded its appeal. Ooh. Okay. Moana is a mixed bag with great great highs and few lows. The animation is beautiful, especially regarding color usage and the fluidity of the ocean. Moana is a great character, and overall positive role model, but her grandma is the underrated heart of the story. But few of the other characters are only okay. The villain Tatoa is a bit of a disappointment. The plot structure overall is relatively steady, well read, with the twist at the end more impactful than other twist villains in this era. But the details have caused controversy over the muddying of multiple real life cultures to create the fictional one in Moana. The 2016 Moana soundtrack is lauded and is known for kicking off Lin-Manuel Miranda's steadfast role made Disney films. But as the years past, the soundtrack has had a hard time holding up to the laurels it achieved early on. Standout songs have fallen to mid-tier Disney. A few others have become downright cringy or outright childish. Overall, the slow fall of the soundtrack reflects how Moana has fallen in the rankings among Disney movies as well. Okay, so let's pull up the Moana soundtrack, right? Let's pull up the Moana soundtrack. Because I don't know about that. I don't know about that, right? I mean, I look at it like this. I mean, won an American Music Award for Best Soundtrack, a Billboard Music Award for Top Soundtrack, right? And also, too, what can I say except you're welcome? You know, How Far I'll Go. I Am Moana. Shiny. You know what I mean? So they do have some hits, and I will say this. I think that there are different songs and movies for different generations, right? Y'all know the 6'7" joke, which, by the way, I'm really getting tired of that joke at this point. 6'7" is this generation's joke of, you know what's funnier than 24, 25? That's this generation's joke, right? So that joke of 24 versus 25 for my generation, that is this generation's joke of 6'7", right? And I will say this, just because you don't sing the song every day or you don't hear it anymore, doesn't mean that it doesn't have any weight to it, right? So I disagree with that. I think that Moana still holds up for sure. So Frozen was a mega hit for a reason. Yeah, because of one damn song. Jesus Christ. I know the Frozen fans are like, Braylon, would you just shut up? I'm like, no, because this is what I do for a living. I say the quiet part out loud. It was a mega hit for a reason. I think that, you know, seeing sisters bonded together, I think that brought a female audience. I think, you know, being different, you know, with Elsa, you know, being this Frozen queen, and, you know, feeling like an outcast. I think that brought people in, you know, who had disabilities and who, you know, felt abandoned. I think Anna, being the twin sister of, you know, just wanting to belong, and trying to find your way after you're separated from your sister, right? So there was a lot of different dynamics, right, in that film. After it took the world by storm in 2013, Frozen was Disney's shining star for a long time. In many ways, it still is, especially in terms of merchandise. Story about sisterhood. The plot follows Elsa and Anna as they try to deal with the love that they still have for each other, even though they were estranged for years, as well as the powers Elsa tries and fails to hide throughout the entire story. There's a great deal of heart, humor, and hit songs, with Let It Go ranked among some of Disney's most iconic songs at all time at this point. Making the love between sisters the focus rather than a romantic love was a smart move for Disney, and the twist villain reveal was nearly shocking. But the problems Elsa faces regarding anxiety and overall mental health is one of the most underrated aspects of the movie. There is, however, a point to the issues the film has with some plot holes in world building, which some were addressed in the sequel Frozen 2 and some were not. And I will agree with that. I think that it did a good job of talking about, am I a burden because of these powers, right? Will I ever be able to find who I am, right? Will I ever be comfortable to go see what can be, right? And then, of course, how do you deal with new people coming into your life, right? So there was a lot of different issues in the film, okay? So Frozen did what it needed to do, okay? But can we please quit putting it in every damn theme park? Disney, please get some original ideas or just hire BFP Imagineering and we'll solve it because, God, y'all are creativity. Moving on. Now, Big Hero 6 is more than a cute robot. We went through a window. Big Hero 6 was released in 2014, the year after Frozen gathered the world on chokehold and ensured that any animated movie that followed in its wake was overlooked. The film follows Hiro Hamada and his journey to avenge his brother's death with the help of his friends and the robot he built with a few tech upgrades that virtually turned them into superheroes. The world building in this movie is extremely creative and fun, focused on a fictional world where San Francisco and Tokyo have blended to make San Francisco a mix of East meets West, but in the future. Although the movie is a tad bit predictable, Disney falling into Disney tropes in the beginning of the story, then the superhero ones by the end. The themes of friendships and grief are powerful. Hiro's friends are all very different, all equally interested, add something unique to the mix. But the true heart of this movie lies in the love that everyone had for Tashi, the love on Cass struggles to show Hiro the love Hiro's friends tried to act on to help Hiro move through grief, and the love Hiro develops for Baymax, who happens to be one of the cutest robot characters in all of history. I will definitely agree with that. I think that what Big Hero 6 did was showcase that technology can be of good, right? For those of you who don't know, Betamax is a health companion, right? And, as you can see here, Hiro need to be comforted. We don't think about, being comforted as a part of our mental health. So, one of the best movies of all time. And Baymax is more beloved than Anna and Elsa and Olaf. Fight me on that, okay? Right? Moving on. And you can't, you won't, and you never win. You never will win that fight. So let's just roll on. You got to take the L. I take the dub. All right? That's just how it rolls over here. Moving on. Okay. All right. Yes, indeed. Okay. The Princess and the Frog is criminally underappreciated. A to the man. Let's get into it. Yes. One of the most underrated movies in the world of Disney. There's no reason why The Princess and the Frog shouldn't be higher on people's watch list. Released in 2009, it was the first Disney princess movie to be released in over 10 years since Mulan, and expectations were high. Tiana and her story more than rose to the occasion. But the fact that she lived as a frog for most of the movie was a sticking point for many fans who were thrilled to see the first African-American Disney princess on screen. Then there's the point The Princess and the Frog was the last 2D hand-drawn Disney princess film following the 3D princess movies Tangled and Frozen became worldwide hits, so Tiana was overshadowed within only a year. The film carries so much heart and love. Tiana and her prince do spend the majority of the film as frogs. The storyline is well paced, thoughtful, and surprisingly realistic for a movie that follows a woman dragged into a tangle with a voodoo witch doctor. And yet the best part of the film is the music with a jazz bass, big voices, and unforgettable tunes. This no-skip soundtrack is one of the most underappreciated offers in all of Disney, with special recognition paid to almost their friends on the other side. Man, let me tell you something. When I saw Princess and the Frog for the very first time, I was enthralled. I felt like I got shrunken down as a black little boy in Little Rock, Arkansas. I felt seen, heard, and embraced for the first time. And the themes of entrepreneurship and making your own way and not forgetting who raised you, right? and Prince Naveen of Beldonia, feeling like he's too high upon the heap, and he's got to marry in order to get his family's good graces again, financially and everything in between. And then you have people trying to undercut you and undertake you in this and a third with the butler. And then you have Dr. Facilier, who he's the devil in human form. Sorry to Keith David, he did a great job. And then you have Ray and Miss Evangeline, of course, and then you have Mama Ode, who's the elder of the group. So, and then you have Big Papa, and you have Charlotte, who is that white homegirl that she just loves people to love people. And you blend all of those themes. Like, one of the biggest things was Tiana had more than enough money, and then the guys, the guys who owned the real estate firm passed on her. And if you know Louis, inspired by Louis Armstrong, Big Louis, he made sure those guys gave Tiana a spot in his own way. The emotionality of Tiana being a frog for most of the movie. And I was kind of upset too, because I wanted to see Tiana's fullness in human form. But think about this. Think about our culture as Black culture and how many times we have been shrunk. And we're just hopping along, just trying to go from lily pad to lily pad, just trying to navigate the swamp. And I never thought about that until I really sat with it for a while. And of course, you have just the way that they done the city of New Orleans. In the Southland, there's a city way down on the river. Dreams do come true in New Orleans. Like, just not to mention too, Princess Tiana, Anika Nye Rose actually tweeted at me because she won a Princess of the Frog too. I did show that on this show. And I think Tiana deserves more. I think that when, Tiana's Bayou Adventure came to Disney World and Disneyland, now I thought for the longest time that people were racist of the ride. Okay, that was my thinking. Okay, listen, don't at me. But people actually love Tiana, and people think that Tiana deserves her own ride. They just didn't like the fact that it took away something, right? And so from that standpoint, I fully agree. As you guys know, when we did the Pleasure Springs Live, I brought Tiana's Palace to life because a lot of people are looking forward to that now. It's a quick service restaurant in Disneyland, but I think Tiana is very underutilized. Very, very, very underutilized. I believe the story was based off an actual Black female chef in New Orleans. That's the antithesis of everything there. So shout out to Princess of the Frog, one of the greatest films of all time, right up there with Wally. Okay, you're not gonna win that fight either. Let's roll on. Tangled is loved for a reason. Mother knows best. Tangled is easy to love. Yes, the 2010 story follows the memorable Rapunzel fairy tale, and therefore some viewers will already be familiar with it, but Disney has a fresh take on it. The combination of the familiar and fresh make for a fun, easy watch. The animation is truly beautiful, with soft, cozy colors and a few vibrant scenes. As some of the most romantic in all of Disney, the lantern scene, obviously. And at last I see the light. And although the soundtrack ranks in the middle of the pack when compared to the rest of Disney's animated musicals, the songs are still memorable and engaging, helping further along the plot more than anything. Additionally, the characters feel very realistic, but admiring in a sense. Rapunzel being the first adorable Disney princess, but wasn't overdone at that point. Flynn Rider, here comes the smolder, which the smolder is basically the eyebrow from the way they adjust. But moving on, giving the viewer some fun vanity with surprising emotional depth. But the true star is Mother Gothel and her gaslighting. So yeah, Mother Gothel needs Rapunzel stay in the tower. So that way, every time she brushes her hair, Mother Gothel stays young. And oh my God, Mother Gothel needed Rapunzel more than Rapunzel needed her. So yes, and not to mention too, they showcase what happens when you stay in a tower for too long. You miss out on what can be possible. And then of course you guys know that she is that actual princess. So yes, so there you go there. Wreck-It Ralph has a heart of gold. Oh, this iconic scene here. Yes, indeed. This movie came out of nowhere in 2012 and felt like the perfect balance between humor, action, and nostalgia. Adults can enjoy the quick quips and deep emotional scenes and fun nods to arcade and video game culture rather. Kids revel in the bright, colorful animation, multiple action scenes, and the occasional sillier moments. The attention to detail in this film is immaculate, with each video game showcasing different styles of animation, and the plot lines that move through the game feel very real to what a video game will portray, not falling into stereotypes too much. In fact, Wreck-It Ralph. Sorry, y'all. In fact, Wreck-It Ralph was one of the movies that kicked off a lot of. The plot lines that move through the game feel real to what a video game will portray, but not fall into stereotypes too much. In fact, Wreck-It Ralph was actually one of the movies that kicked off a lot of the Disney trends and tropes. The movie follows a misunderstood villain and features villain, tells slightly cruder jokes, and involves the journeys of finding oneself and or redeeming oneself, although these are more commonplace now. Zootopia and Zootopia 2, Frozen, Moana, Ray the Last Dragon, etc. They weren't when Wreck-It Ralph came out, and the movie felt unique on its own and like a breath of fresh air. I will definitely agree with that. I think that video games have always been a part of our culture. I mean, we all know, of course, the aliens from Pizza Planet, right? And Toy Story, but Toy Story was for toys, but they didn't really get into video games. This showcased that even video games have emotions too, right? And I think about Spy Kids 3 Game Over when, Junie Cortez had to find his sister Carmen, right? And you got to see Junie, this retired agent going back into the field, right, to find his sister, and his grandpa got a new chance to have his legs again and, enjoy a second chance at life. And I think what Disney does so well is that they're able to take nothing, work through the paces, and give it the emotionality that it deserves. They're good at that. Right now they're sucking, but they're good at that. Overall, like I said, Disney will never fail as a company. Now, are they failing, creatively? Are they failing culturally? Absolutely, they are. I mean, hello, Epic Universe. Like, my God, Super Mario Galaxy movie. Come on now. Zootopia is wild and wonderful. Judy is a rabbit who wants to be a cop in the city of Zootopia. The movie's already doing for animals who walk, talk, and wear clothes. So a rabbit cop isn't necessarily a stretch to imagine, but the movie cleverly draws parallels between stereotypes of the animal world and what their human counterparts would be, and shows the viewer why this job is such a hurdle for her as a prey species. Although the real world comparisons to Zootopia can feel a bit heavy-handed at times for adult viewers, there's no question that this 2016 film is one of the best crafted Disney movies since the Disney Renaissance era. With the incredible world building, dynamic characters, everything in this movie was thought down to the smallest detail. There's a mystery that generally puzzles viewers, as well as action scenes that feel exciting and yet also realistic. One of the most impressive aspects of the movie is how clever the writing is and how the humor feels so natural to the story and to the relationship between Nick and Judy. And so Judy, she is small and her might is not mattering to anybody, right? So bunnies, they can't really get in there, right? And foxes, they're very conniving, right? So imagine this world where animals are living just like humans, and you get to see the tonality of that even animals have to fight to have equality. So very great film there. Now, Elemental is another one. Ember and Wade, earth, fire, water, and air, and the elements. absolutely incredible with that film. I feel like Disney should really invest more into that franchise. Of course, I already talked about WALL-E as well. Meet the Robinsons. Oh my God, let it go, let it rise up off your shoulders in these small hours. So Disney has hits, right? They just don't know how to utilize them. So those are the films there. Very good list. I don't have any qualms about it at all. Not at all. Let me see something. Let's see here. Now, there's some movies that I haven't seen. Like, I haven't seen Encanto. I know. I have not seen Encanto yet. I haven't seen Soul yet either, but I've heard good things about Soul. Coco, I love Coco. And you know, just the way they showcase the world of the dead and how remembering people needs to matter. That was a brilliant film, a absolutely brilliant film. What else? I'm trying to figure out other movies here. Flubber was good. Of course, loved Flubber with the one and only Robin Williams. Rest in peace to him. That was really good, you know. And Flubber was his own person, right? So I think that was really good as well. Let's see here. Like I said, there's so many movies that Disney has done. Of course, The Santa Claus, great movie. Finding Nemo, another great movie. The Jungle Book. Doobie doo bap doo. I want to be like you. Ooh, ooh, bap doo doo. I want to walk like you. Talk like you, and you too. Sky High was good. I enjoy Sky High. Cars, life like a roller to travel alone is one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you're here, sometimes you're there, sometimes you throw you back into the wind. We won't hesitate to break down the Garden Gate. There's not too much time left today. Up, Inside Out, of course, another great hit as well. So Disney does have hits. I think they just need to recognize they don't have to try to keep up with anybody. They are their own entity, right? So that's my take on everything. We want to take a little bit of a commercial break. We'll be back more right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this rolling.
Let tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced, and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done our way with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. And just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story. But in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Miral's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
A world of princesses.
A world of villains.
And heroes.
Raise your sabers.
A world of other worlds.
A world world of all the favorites. A world of throwbacks.
A world of
For whatever you love, infinite worlds await.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I love you right back so much. I had to tell you thrice. Welcome back into Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. That was fun, wasn't it? Going through some Disney movies there and giving my take on those. I am a Disney fan. I know that sometimes when y'all see me, it's like, Bray, you say you a Disney fan, but the way you talk about them, they seem like an enemy you want. It seemed like they seem like an enemy that did something to you. And you don't wish nothing bad, but you don't wish nothing good either, but you will delight in their, downfall. I'm like, no, that's not the case. I just know that they can be better. And I get frustrated, I get heated, I get agitated. You know what I mean? So, believe me, you. So, like I said, I saw that article and thought that would be fun to talk about with you all. So yeah, like I said, right now in the world of Disney, not really too much is going on. It really is just busy work, y'all, right now until D23, you know what I mean? So nothing too crazy right now. They are completing their small pet projects. I will give them that. But they gotta do more than pet projects. Like we need to see a park that people actually want to go to, right? So just keep it in the park. So yes, indeed. So, oh no, this is interesting. So I'm looking at the D23 website right now, and they have a list of all of the 21st Century Fox movies from 2019 all the way up to last year. So very, very interesting. Like, that's the thing about Disney. Like, you would hope that they would know how to utilize content. I feel like for 21st Century Fox, they definitely need to dig in to they gotta dig into the archives of 21st Century Fox, because there are some hits in there, right? Ice Age, Ice Age, Collision Drift. I think if that does well, they definitely will have a theme park expansion for sure. Of course, Star Wars is there. X-Men, but of course, X-Men is Marvel. Of course, Avatar, they have Avatar in there. Home Alone. I'm surprised that they don't really do a Christmas meet and greet of Kevin and, the Home Alone home. They rebuilt the facade and everything else. Although, Disney got room, but it's just figuring out how to do it. So. But yeah, I think Disney doesn't utilize their content enough. And that's why I created Walt Disney Creative Engineering, so that way there can be a team to be able to research all this stuff, right? So yes, indeed. Media personnel. Sorry, I'm checking something real quick. Live events works. There we go. So yes, indeed, there. So yep, we are just chillaxing. Like I said, I'm gonna give y'all a full hour of content, and then I will turn off my camera, and then we'll chill out here for a little bit. Like I said, I had I'm still working on the Boardwalk concept. I think I have it. The problem with Boardwalk, right, is that it's a deluxe hotel. And I don't believe that the people stay at the deluxe hotels deserve all the fun. I don't. Universal hotels, to me, are more for this day and age than Disney. Like, if you try to update a Disney hotel, like, it's so integral to everything at Disney World. It's like, don't touch that, no! So you got to figure out how to navigate that space. So I'm still trying to navigate it. Once I get the right idea, I will definitely bring it to you. So. Excuse me. Sorry. On day at work, we had 7 pallets at my job today. I was like, damn it, I knew it. We were comfortable, right? But we didn't lock into that. Because I knew that we were going to get 7 pounds back. But it was a nice few weeks, you know what I mean? Without having to work that hard. I will definitely say that. I definitely enjoyed that himself for sure. So but yes, indeed. So hey. Like I said, I still love our anthem so much. Like that's the music that you're hearing in the background. So yes, indeed, man. Yeah, I believe we're already in June. I was talking with my coworker today. I'm like, we're already in June, bro. Already in June. Do you hear me? Soon will be November before we know it. Yes, indeed. Almost there to a full-fledged hour here. And right about there, we are at 1 hour. I'm going to turn my camera now because we've done the whole show, right? Oh, sorry. We've done the whole show for an hour. Yes, we have. Excuse me. We're just chillaxing now. Father's Day is coming up here in just a little bit. Somebody commented on my short here. Yes, I know. Talking about somebody who was an actual legend, who she probably studied her work in college. Meanwhile, she complained to Hollywood because nobody is allowing her in the door when she is closing her own doors based off her behavior. Her own behavior. That's why I call her the light-skinned MILARO grams and Tasha. Okay. Because it's true. So for those of you who missed it, I Benny Hana'd Amanda Seales on YouTube. Basically just saying, you really are not anything of an orange child. Trying to talk about, not talking about Amanda Seales, but Amanda Seales trying to talk about Dr. Maya Angelou. So somebody responded to that short. Also trying to talk about Tabitha Speaks and Jasmine Crockett and Kamala Harris. So I just pulled up the YouTube channel numbers. Child, it looked like that. Basically, just really stupid. It was so delicious to flame Amanda Seales like that. I enjoyed myself expeditiously. Okay, I fully enjoyed myself. Fully enjoyed myself. So. We're just chillaxing. I think I'll probably end the show at 1 hour and 5 minutes here. Hey, one person, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We are just chillaxing. Went through a top 10 list of Disney movies. I gave my takes on all of them live. So that's what we did tonight. So is Disney more of a busy work company than a productive company? I would say yes now, for sure. They just do busy work. They don't do anything productive anymore. They don't do anything that hits. They don't do anything that connects. They don't do anything that everybody is on social media talking about it, right? They're not creating any new audiences. And also, too, they are destroying the history that has guided them to 100 years. So, no, I think they are more of a busy work company, Disney is now, than a productive company, to answer the question live. Hey, two people, welcome in. Welcome in. Glad to have y'all here. We're just chillaxing. And it's 1 hour and 5 minutes, y'all. Let me get y'all the daily motivator and then head on out of here. Here we go. A religious awakening which does not awaken the sleeper to love has aroused in him in vain. Right here, a religious awakening which does not awaken the sleeper to love that has aroused him in vain. Oh my Lord Jesus. Basically saying not connecting to an awakening, you will always be aroused, but you'll never be able to feel anything. Wow, that's deep, Jessica West. Very, very well said, sir. All right, y'all, it's time for the day motivator for Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026. Productive boredom. View boredom not as a problem to be solved, but as a resource to be utilized. Rather than seeking to run away from boredom, discover all that you can learn from it and do with it. There are plenty of experiences much worse than boredom, many of them ironically the result of attempts to escape boredom. These include gorging on factory-produced junk food, not too much on the junk food, Ralph Wilson, okay? Sometimes that is comfort food. Scrolling endlessly through internet slop. Instead of something to fear and avoid, boredom gives you the opportunity to exist in a highly creative and authentic state where you're not surrounded by stimulation. You can connect more deeply to your thoughts, feeling, and spirit. Rather than be instructed what to think or how to feel, you can discover how you truly think and what you truly feel. Then you can devise creative ways to act on who you are, what you care about. Times of boredom are rich with potential, yet they also challenge you to acknowledge and contemplate what's true. Though many of those truths can be difficult, it's valuable to have time and space to work through them. As a genuine, caring, intelligent, and observant person, you have everything necessary for productive boredom. When the opportunity comes, lean in and make the most of it. Ralph Wilson. You know what? I created something that I think when I get into Hollywood, I think it will definitely be a part of my personal brand. I'm not going to say what it is, but believe me, the concept is smooth. I really like it. And it will be one of the most dangerous podcasts ever to come to the culture. But no, I just did that today because I was just bored. I was like, damn, I was in originally this was going to be another show for MC Universal. I'm like, nah, I've been 7 shows, bro. I've been 7 shows. I have to stop. There ain't too much more I can bitch. Of course, there's always more, but I believe one of the things about productive boredom is you can be too productive in your boredom. What I mean by that is when you're just producing anything or creating anything, if you get burnt out from that, what that does, it reduces the magnitude of your creativity. It really does. So when I came up with that 7th pitch for NBC Universal, I said, I'm done. I gave them as much diversity as I can because you don't want to push yourself to the limit where you are mentally exhausted, right? So the first thing about productive boredom is when you are bored and you do have an idea, once that idea is done, rest. Once that idea is done, rest. Once that idea is done, rest. It is important to rest in between your productivity and your creativity. That's the first thing I want to tell you. The second thing I want to tell you is, let's see here. Sorry, y'all. Let's see here. Rather than being instructed what to think or how to feel, you can discover how you truly think and what you actually feel. Let me tell you something. YouTube is such a great reservoir of information, right? I was just watching, this morning a little bit, and I got done finishing the documentary when I came into my place about Game Grumps. It was a YouTube channel and 2 friends falling out, right? I just watched that because I loved the content style of it, right? But I also learned a lot about partnerships in business and how you treat people with respect, right? So to me, you being able to be curious and explore and be imaginative is just as important as you being still, right? So, without a shadow of a doubt, we need to definitely have that energy to be more curious in life. And finally, right here, though many of those truths can be difficult, it's valuable to have time and space to work through them. Time and space is as great as you make it and is as insignificant as you don't invest into it, right? Understanding that how we move determines how we live. So many people miss out on that. If you're not where you're supposed to be, think about how you've been moving, right? And also, too, within that, understand if you've been moving accordingly as in, nothing's happened yet, just know something bigger is on the way, right? And I know that it's easier said than done. Believe me, you, believe me, you, believe me, you, and believe me, you. But I promise you this, when you rush what you're asking for, you really will fall on your face. If you rush what you're asking for, you will fall on your face. When you rush what you're asking for, you will fall on your face. One of my good friends, they said to me at one point in time, with God, he can do anything, right? But just because he can do anything doesn't mean that he has to do something. Just because God can do anything doesn't mean he has to do something. Just because God can do anything doesn't mean he has to do something. What do I mean by that? Just because God can do anything and everything, if you're not doing something that is going to allow him to open up space for you, what's the point? Right? So in your boredom, if you come up with something that is not going to allow him to invest in your spirit, then it's dead on arrival, right? So make sure that whatever you do, right, that if you invest into that challenge, that there's a path for reward. Amen. Amen. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. There's a one more special because you are always one of us. And trust you may not be where you want to be, but you'll be where you need to be, chosen to do. Watch one thing to call yourself is another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we'll great together. I always remember where you're doing radio, television, Clubhouse, living your best life, or just not forgetting that you can still have joy in life. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready to listen to it, but for you to watch the spirit today again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, see what you got to give, see what you got to give, see what you got to give. Where obstacles you will come, where success you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Proud of you, damn. So finally, y'all, I truly think about, heroes, right? And we always wonder, is a hero because of what they wear, or are they a hero because of what they do? Just because somebody wears, a cape, just because somebody has the look doesn't mean that they're holding any power. Sometimes the people that are dressed up as heroes are really the villains. Just be careful who you elevate, okay? Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessing on the way for you and all of us as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love and I send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that They have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you, and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you, and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Miral's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
Mickey Mouse! A world of princesses.
A world of villains.
And heroes.
Raise your sabers!
A world of other worlds.
A world of all the favorites. A world of throwbacks. A world of
For whatever you love, infinite worlds await.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it. Are video games...
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There were stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.